My name is Sarah Parvin, and my dad and I are managing for and growing the world's largest coppernose bluegill here in North Alabama in our 5-acre pond. Originally, when we bought this property, we intended to grow trophy bass out here. In 2018, we experienced a disastrous fish kill. That left us feeling really defeated. About a year after the die-off, I started catching some of the bluegill that had survived that kill. Those fish did not look like normal bluegill. They had gigantic foreheads, which we call helmets. They had shoulders. These fish looked abnormal in the best possible way. So I said, Dad, I want to try and grow trophy bluegill. And he and I have leaned into it, we've done it, and that is how we got into growing big bluegill. My dad is a retired radiation oncologist. He had a practice here in North Alabama. He's got a science brain. He understands things on a cellular level. And I'm kind of the wild child in the mix. I want to push the envelope, not only from growing the fish, but from sharing it. We had a fish kill in July that completely ended our trophy bluegill program. We had excessive heat, water quality that was a ticking time bomb, and a heavy influx of rain. And I knew there was something inside me that just said, oh, this is bad. This is going to be really bad. It would ultimately be the toxic level of ammonia. Emotionally, it hurt. It felt like a very public failure. And I will never forget this moment when we turned the corner of the driveway and he could see the pond. He looked down there and he said, oh my goodness, it's most of the fish.
I don't want to get a drone of this.
Because we're going to come back, roaring back, so we're going to.
When you can look and stare into the face of defeat and be like, okay, it stings, but we're going to come roaring back. That was, to me, the moment where I was like, okay, that's the attitude, that is the energy that I will remember, and that's how I know him. Perseverance really does pay off. We have completely reset and restored the water. We have established a natural, very dense food web. We're going to lean heavily on our food web. We are going to allow these fish to grow as they would in nature and just supplementally pellet feed. I believe the future out here is the brightest it's ever been. If you ask me what the end game is, part of me will tell you it is to grow the biggest bluegill anybody has ever seen. And a part of me will tell you it is to have as many moments with my dad out here, with the wildlife, with the fish, with offering people experiences to catch these fish, and to share a new narrative about trophy sport fish management. We have 4 Texas Hunter feeders that we run. Depending on the time of the year, all 4 of them will go off in succession. And what that does is that puts a lot of the pellet feed out into the water so that fish at various locations get a chance to eat. Water temperature is the biggest dictator for how heavy we feed. We might even change the time in which we feed. We may feed, late in the evening, just as the sun is setting, that dusk period, because of how sensitive the bluegills are to light. One of I kind of call this like the sneaky feature of a Texas hunter. One thing about feed training bluegills is they can be conditioned to noise or sound. And we found that our bluegills would hear the 10-second countdown timer from the feeder and come from under the dock and move into position at the surface. When you're wanting to feed train bluegill, you're wanting them to be able to take in a supplemental feed. It's gonna be a high protein pellet that's got lots of vitamins and minerals in it to support the growth that your food web is giving you. Having them be able to feed train, you know that should something happen with the water, you could still get nutrition to those fish and you don't miss out on the growing days. The fish pyramids are instrumental for us out here. The crawfish hang out on it. I also found a banded water snake hanging out on the fish pyramid the other day, which goes to show you bait fish hang out there, and what do bait fish attract? Hungry predators. So having habitat down in your pond is great for the entire system. When people ask me, you know, why should they choose Texas Hunter, I tell them, number one, because of the dependability on the products that they make, and they truly do stand behind it. Quick turnaround time, great customer service, those things add up really quickly. Partnering with Texas Hunter was one of those moments where I just felt like everything was going in the direction that it needed to be. When we had the kill in July, one of the first phone calls I made was to the Texas Hunter team. I'm gonna bring her back. I don't know what it's gonna look like. And they said, we will help however we can.